Hi everyone, welcome in. Make sure that you're strapped in because this build is going to blow you away. I always thought that the quarry build was going to be my crowning achievement. Quarry build, still up on my channel if you're interested in that little reference. Guess what? Plot twist, it isn't. It's a bushwalk. So nothing that I thought would be thrilling. I honestly started working on this project because I'd had a massive day and I just needed something that I thought was going to be easy and just calming to work on. And I mean, it was easy, surprisingly, and it was calming, and I think I've kind of found my skill set. I found my strengths in building, and it comes to light later in the video where you can see right now I am planting, I'm putting things down, I'm framing this walkway, and it does turn out actually quite nice. You just have to imagine it does at this point of time. But I'm going, and there's no second guessing, there's no rework, it's just going. That's not true for the entirety of the video, and the part that it's not true for is centered around the pergola, of all things. Naturally, of course, the one part of the build that is an actual item, that's where I struggled. And I guess that's kind of what it cemented it into me, that I think this might be my, I don't know if niche is the right word, but this is certainly my skill set right now. So to quote Jersey, take your screenshots. Please don't, I'm joking. I'm just actually quite happy that I started a build and completed it and was really quite happy with how it turned out. Even just having the thought of putting this pearl pathing under the waterfall, so this waterfall is going to be on both sides, and I thought, oh well, won't that make it pop? And nobody told me to use it. I just had that thought, and you know what? It did pop. It worked. We're improving around here. And for those of you who have been here from the start, you're all probably thinking thank Christ, finally, about time. But, there's quite a few of you new in. This is an improvement. So I'm just really happy with it. So we're just going to bask in that happiness just a while longer, at least until we start working with that pergola, which, quite frankly, made me want to pull my hair out. And that there just looking at things from different angles. I can preach to you now. This is a good build, so I can start talking like I know what I'm talking about. Have a look at your builds from different angles. Have a look at them from inside, have a look at them from outside, have a look at them from other places that you know you're going to frequent. And then make it pretty from that angle too. There you go, that's my advice for the week. You're welcome, make sure to jot it down. Here we go, Nora's Nature Promenade, 5 kilometers. So this Nora's Nature Promenade, I was struggling to come up with a name for it. And the lovely Serendipity, who, please, if you haven't already checked her out, if you don't know who she is, please go and check her out. I'm sure that means nothing to no one because all of you would know who she is. But she's fantastic. I just think she's the bee's knees. So she came up with that title. And I love that collaborative work. I'm really enjoying streaming lately. So I've got a schedule that I've been sticking to. It's every Australian Thursday and Sunday night. So for the Americans, I think it's morning. So Thursday and Sunday morning. Sounds about right. Speaking of collaboration, though she has no idea that I did this, I got this idea from Rainy Days and Rainbows from her island. It's such a beautiful little thing, and I wanted to separate the tree farm from the bushwalk, and I thought that was a nice little way to do it. And she's also very lovely. If you don't know who she is, please go and check her out. She's the sweetest thing. Also the bee's knees. This is it. Here where I'm working right now, I wanted I wanted the bushwalk accessible from both sides, and unfortunately the other side of the bushwalk is Franklin's area, so it needed to be a mix of industrial and nature. I haven't yet built up Franklin's area, so I'm not really building blind. I have an idea of what I want, but it's quite difficult to space things out the way I would have done had it already have been built up and I knew what area I was working with. So a lot of that I'm expecting to change. And this here, you see, you might, like, looking at me now, you might be fooled into thinking that I had an easy time of this pergola. I didn't. Even this, what I'm doing right now, building up the dirt there and burying the new acacia trees and the jacaranda trees. I did that so it would clip in and look like it was overhanging. I got that from Jersey's stream, from his stream on Misty's Island, which looked phenomenal. It was so good. I was like, oh, that looks amazing. That's already been tested. I know that looks good. I shall do it. So I did. Plopped it right there. I soon learnt you can't even have plants under the pergola, which is a bit frustrating. And for this to be a nature walk, I kind of really wanted those different types of plants in there to, it's a nature walk. It's not a pergola walk. So I settled for having the pergola as part of the second entrance as kind of like the man-made part of it, which all of it's got man-made stuff sprinkled into it. So there's fences, there's lights and things like that. But having this as a designated entrance, I think that's what worked. And here I'm using cement, and that is to kind of merge the nature and the industrial areas, which is going to be Franklin's area. And I actually quite liked it. I quite liked how that it came out. I do really like the cement and the hedge fencing anyway. So it turned out really, really nice. And here we are having a little walk through it, having a look at different angles on the outside as well. It just looks so beautiful. Watching this back as I'm speaking, it's not giving the vibe as it does when you're walking in it. I think that's probably just the way it is when you're watching Dinkum instead of playing it. It's not the same to experience it through somebody else's game. Walking through that is so pretty. It's so magical. And at night, see when everything's lit up on those stupid expensive lights, those floor lights. Just so beautiful. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with this build so much. And with that, thank you all so much for watching. Keep your standards low, keep your hopes high. We'll see you next time.